There is one camera that I always liked, the Canon 80D. I will tell you why this camera will still be relevant 2 or 3 years from now. The Canon 80D was released in 2016. Back then, it was a good camera, but it will continue to be a good camera. Why? I will tell you 5 reasons, 5 benefits that this camera brings. And I want to start with this, because if you ask me, it's very important. First benefit, good size and handling. The Canon 80D is a bit smaller than the 5D cameras, but bigger than the entry-level DSLRs. It's right in the middle. It will be comfortable for people with big hands, like myself, but also for people with small hands. I believe that Canon here made a good choice with the size of this camera. But this is just one aspect. There are 4 more things that add to the good handling. It has one dedicated wheel for changing the shutter speed and one for the aperture settings. You don't have to press any additional buttons for changing the aperture, and this saves time. The secondary screen that allows you to always see your settings, very useful. The buttons that are placed next to the screen are also handy. You have quick access to them. For example, this is the second fastest way for changing the ISO. With the Canon R6, you move a bit quicker because it has a third wheel for changing the ISO. Another great thing is the fully articulated flip screen. It allows you to get those high angles, low angles without your knees hurting, and it's also good for vlogging. All of these features together make an almost perfect camera when it comes to handling. The second benefit, good connectivity. On the left side of the camera, we see 5 entry points. Just in case you need them, they are there, making the camera even more useful. My favorite one is the microphone port. I believe that every camera should have one. The benefits don't end here, because the camera also has NFC for wireless connectivity. You can control it via Canon's Camera Connect app on your phone. All these features are very useful. Third benefit, good focusing capabilities. The 80D has 45 focusing points that you can use. This adds to the flexibility. It focuses quickly and it's excellent for sports and wildlife photography. Because it has Canon's dual pixel AF, it also focuses quickly in live view or when you record videos. I don't know if you tried it, but it's a pain recording with a Canon camera that doesn't have dual pixel AF. The 80D has it, making the fully articulated flip screen even more useful. The fourth benefit, environmental ceilings. The camera is protected from dust and moisture, so if it starts raining a bit, or if you are close to a waterfall, you can use the 80D. You cannot use a 1200D or an M15D situations. The water droplets might ruin those cameras. The Canon 80D will be okay, just make sure to have a lens that is also weather resistant. The fifth benefit, good image quality. The camera was released in 2016, so it has recent technology in it. If you ask me, that is the year when really good cameras started to come out. The 80D is one of them. The aps-c CMOS sensor can take photos of up to 24 megapixels. The dynamic range and color depth look very good, assuring you that you have a capable camera. If you want to use it for portraits, street photography or landscapes, the 80D will always deliver good results. It can record full HD videos at up to 60 frames per second, which is good for slow motion shots. Yes, this camera doesn't record in 4K, but there are solutions out there. For example, you can use a video editing software. DaVinci Resolve's Superscale function works great for upscaling full HD videos to 4K. And now, as a bonus, the sixth benefit, there are hundreds of lenses that are compatible with this camera. If you put together all the lenses from various brands like Sigma, Canon, Tamron that are compatible with this camera, you get more than 300 lenses from which you can choose. Now, what does this mean? It means that you can easily find what you need, fast and at a good price. Even if you go to a camera shop or buy a used lens, when you have more than 300 options, life is easier. In conclusion, the benefits that I've mentioned will keep the Canon 80D relevant for many years from now on. It is one of the best aps-c sensor DSLRs ever made. And if you have one, you are lucky. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button, consider subscribing, and see you on the next one.